Episode 302, Police.AI.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
The UK government has just committed £115 million to something called Police.AI, a new national centre for AI and policing that will test, scale and deploy artificial intelligence across every force in the country over the next 3 years. Hello and welcome back to AI6, the podcast that brings you AI news, views and updates 5 days a week in just 6 minutes a day. Then on Saturdays, we have the long listen. So the white paper, titled From Local to National, a new model for policing, positions AI as the solution to a policing system drowning in paperwork, online crime, and manual processes. The ambition here is staggering, but I'm not surprised it's coming out of the UK. They are wildly ambitious and I love watching their work. So they want to automate the administrative burden, identify suspects faster, and fundamentally reshape how frontline officers spend their time. And a fun fact you might not know, but I did my master's in digital marketing on policing and social media as an investigative tool. I also wrote a book on social media and policing. And so I have a very keen interest in this topic and I still work with policing organisations. Of course, there's a productivity promise with Police.AI. It's projected to return up to 6 million hours annually to the front line, the equivalent of putting 3,000 additional officers on the street without hiring a single person. AI-powered tools will automate processes that currently eat up officer time, transcribing interviews, reviewing CCTV footage, processing evidence submitted by the public from doorbell cameras and mobile phones. The technology will help forces identify suspects from video evidence faster and more accurately than manual review. The Police Foundation has pointed to early work by Bedfordshire Police with Palantir as evidence that this can actually deliver. But the question, as always, is whether efficiency gains materialise in practice or whether they simply redistribute workload without reducing it. So what's actually going to be deployed? Well, the white paper includes funding for 40 additional live facial recognition vans, on top of the 10 already in use for town centres and high crime areas. The government is spending more than £26 million on a national facial recognition system and another £11.6 million on live facial recognition capabilities. These are surveillance systems operating in public spaces, scanning faces in real time against watch lists. Police.AI will sit within a new national police service that centralises IT capabilities, forensics and technology infrastructure. They're also looking at agentic AI making decisions in the field, identifying individuals, flagging matches, triggering interventions. And while the stated aim is to catch criminals faster, the technology processes everyone. It doesn't distinguish intent. And that has raised questions from critics. And there are, of course, governance questions. The white paper says it commits to a public-facing registry of AI tools deployed by police forces, along with transparency about the steps taken to ensure reliability. So a registry is a catalogue. It tells you what's being used. It doesn't tell you whether it works, whether it's biased, or whether there's meaningful human oversight at the point of decision. So it remains to be seen how quickly it will be deployed, what the public reaction will be, what civil liberty groups will say. Will it be objected to in the courts? Suffice to say, AI presents a massive opportunity for police forces and for us as citizens who want to live in a safe society. In our towns, in our villages, in our cities, we want to feel safe and we want are police officers on the beat, on the street, not tied behind desks. I'm going to try and get somebody to talk to me from the UK's National Police Force who's involved in Police.AI. If you're listening and you're involved, get in touch, send an email to joanne@digitaltraining.ie or send me a DM on LinkedIn. I'm going to watch this story with a lot of interest. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie, or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI 6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.